Hey folks, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing some squirrel hunting and scouting. I'm going to scout my deer woods here that I hunt. Deer season is about 15 days, 16 days away for bow season here in Ohio. So I'm going to head out in the woods. I'm bringing along my 22 because, hey, I love squirrel. And I also put a little attachment on here so that way I can mount my camera to it. And if we do get any squirrels, then we'll get some footage. And if we do, then I'll show you how to clean them as well. So follow me, let's do some hunting. Little black squirrel there. Hit the button on my camera and it was on photos, so I got another one here. Didn't get the shot, but we'll show you how to clean them. Okay folks, here's a couple of the squirrels I got today. I'm going to show you all you really need to do to clean them is you need a pair of pliers, a good sharp knife, and I use these kitchen shears just because it has this little notch. It helps me to chop off the paws whenever I get it skinned. So let me show you how to skin this. So you come right here at the base of the tail, and then you find right at the base of the tail here, you're going to make an incision just to open it up, and then you're going to come down the back legs here just a little. I'm going to do this slow here so that way you guys could see it. We're doing this to make sure that we can get the least amount of hair on it as possible. Because anybody who's shot squirrel knows that the hair can be messy. So I'm cutting down the back leg some. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Come down this back leg. It's a good thing the wind's blowing just a little today. And I'm basically just cutting the skin. If you get some meat, it's not a huge deal. And then you want to come in here and you want to be able to cut this tailbone right here, just to get through the tailbone enough. And then you're going to do a little skinning right here in this area, just enough to get the skin separated from the meat there. Even here you can come down the leg a little more. But this is the fastest way that I found to clean these squirrels. Just have to make sure that you get through that tailbone without cutting through the skin. The same thing goes here. Good sharp knife really helps. You get as close to get to the skin as you need to and bring it down the back haunches some. And you open up this back just a little. Come down this back haunch here on the skin. Okay, so that's the only cuts that you need to make there. Just make sure you get through the tailbone. Try not to butcher up the meat too much. I hit a little bit here, but you know, it's hot out here. I'm trying to get done. And you just come down a little bit. Now, let's take the skin off of this. Follow me. Okay, so now you've got your tail cut off, the back is skinned a little bit. All you got to do is come down here, set that on the ground, and you're stepping on the tail, and then you just pull up on the back legs. Just hang on to those back legs, pull up as much as possible. Sometimes you have to come in here a little bit and separate the armpits, but you see you got the legs there and the head. Then you want to grab your pliers and this little bit of skin right here on the belly. You're just going to keep on the tail, and then you're just going to do the same thing with this. See that? Pulls it right off of there. Now you have a skinned squirrel. And then we take our little shears, and then right at the ankle joint, just give it a little cut. Ankle joint again. I make sure I don't have any hair, because right now we're dealing with a hairless squirrel here, so that's the point of cleaning them like this, is to keep all the hair off. And once again, coming right up here at the ankle joint, chopping off the legs. These shears are even handy because you can chop the head off with it too. Get right through the spine. Now, let me show you how to gut this thing and we'll be done. But your skin's off in 2 seconds. Okay, so we have our skinned squirrel here. I just come right up here at the very top of the squirrel and cut through the rib cage. A really sharp knife helps just to get through some of these stubborn bones. But once you get through the rib cage, I usually get my hands in here to cut down so I don't penetrate the stomach. Come right around the reproductive organs here. Getting all this off. That's that. Put it in our garbage bin here. Now you have a squirrel that's ready to be gutted. Come back here. See, if you try not to pop this bladder, you're in good shape. Come right back here to pelvic bone. Just push your knife down through. You can break it open a little. Grab everything up here from the esophagus. You might have to make a couple small cuts just to be able to get a handle on this. And then you just grab the guts and you pull them all out together. Pull everything down to here, to your pelvic bone. Cut everything around. You didn't puncture the stomach, you didn't leave much. You've got almost a completely clean squirrel. You just have to rinse him off in the water and he'll be done. Take our guts right into our gut bag here. Now I always take a couple of these plastic grocery bags in the woods with me, because when you get done hunting, if you're successful, you can just put these squirrels in that bag. So we'll set this guy off to the side. A little bit of blood. Let's do this black squirrel now. Same system, right below the tail here. And you want to make an incision to get through to the tail. Cut down through the tail, and as you start to skin it, just remember, cut down those back legs and just keep skinning away. Sometimes you'll get hair all over you. Okay, just wipe it on your shirt. And just keep on skinning that. Come right down that back leg. Trying to keep as much hair out of the meat as possible. And the more that you skin here, the more that you're skinning back, see how I'm getting more and more hair. Getting more and more hair here, so it just means that I'm cutting through the hair a little too much. Trying to grab a hold of this ever so delicately, and then you just continue to keep skinning down here till you can get to that tail, get through that tailbone, and then that skin starts to come up there. You just start to cut it away from the back, down this back leg. And I am doing this extremely slow for video's sake, because these squirrels shouldn't take more than 30 seconds to skin and gut. But I'm giving you guys a little tutorial here on how to cut these. See, I'm leaving a little too much meat there. Then you're just coming down the skin. All the meat separated from the skin, and down these back legs enough to where it will come right off. I try to make sure I get up a little bit there. That's why I use a small knife. I don't need to chop anything up. All right, let's go over and skin this guy. Okay, once again, we've got our squirrel here once again. You've already got him a little skin there up behind the tail. You're setting it down, putting your foot on the tail, and then pulling up on the back legs. If the tail happens to slide, it's okay. Just get it right at the base. Oh boy, he's a stubborn one. There it goes. And you just pull it up. Once again, you grab your pliers, pull all this skin up off of the back legs. And then that's it. You see you've got your squirrel dangling here. Once again.
What is that?
Cut up from the legs. And you can just cut his head off with the same thing. Oops. These things really aren't that great. I use them more for the bone than anything. Grab his leg, flip him around here. Make sure I don't have any, see I'm getting a bunch of hair on my hands here. So, just get the hair off of my hands, hold them up here. One more time. Cutting it off at the joints. Okay, you've got a skinned squirrel again. Let's get back over and gut this guy. Come on. Okay folks, so here we are back at the table. Remember, we're coming in up by the esophagus where the head was, cutting down through the rib cage and stopping at the bottom. If you have to turn your knife around here to get up through this stuff a little bit, it's okay. But you want to open that rib cage, get your fingers in there so you don't poke any of the entrails. It's again coming back down to the pelvic bone here. Right down through the pelvic bone. Splice them open a little, get rid of the reproductive organs here. Oops. That will go in the bag. Then once again, come up here, the esophagus. You want to try to get your finger underneath that. You have to do a little bit of cutting here. And just grab a couple fingers and you can pull these squirrel apart really fast. And you just come in and you cut down either side here. Get the rest of the entrails out. Once again, this goes in our garbage bag. And then that's it. You can clean up, you see where I shot this one. I got him right in the back of the spine. It destroyed his spine, so that means whenever I cook it, there'll be a little bit less meat, but you still got some really good meat on these haunches. Still got tenderloins in here just like any other animal. Still got 90% of the back straps. So, okay, so there you go. 2 clean squirrel. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video. Let me know if you want to see more or if there's anything else I can help you with. Thanks a lot, and thanks for watching.